What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another review, and it's this week's what if episode. What if Ultron won? And yeah, I'm a bit late because Venom 2 and all these reactions, gotta do them all. So well, better late than never. So before we get into this, remember, spoilers. And I'm going to start with just saying this episode was awesome. And you know, the main thing that I got from this is how important Age of Ultron actually was. This episode is literally an extension of what that movie is. What Ultron really is and what he really thinks is going on and what should be done to kind of rectify it. It was action packed. It was crazy. It basically takes off from where kind of Ultron kind of ended in a way, where instead of them getting to Vision first, the Avengers and Ultron gets to him, and the perfect kind of Ultron comes to life, and it literally destroys everything. So the only people that are left are Black Widow and Hawkeye, and that's that. That is that. From there on, it's basically them trying to way to freaking stop this thing, because it's just expanding and expanding, and it has this power that just cannot be controlled, because when Vision or Ultron wins, it has the Mind Stone. Thanos shows up and Vision just cuts him in half before Thanos can even do anything. And he sees these like gems, the stones, literally breaks the gauntlet, puts them in, and he literally becomes the most powerful freaking being in the thing. And then from there you see like him destroying timelines, like universes, and I was like, geez, how powerful this character is. And like, because it's obviously he has the Infinity Stones and that makes him powerful, because it's of his idea that there can only be peace by destroying everything. And it's actually great to see, because again, it's what he thinks and what he thought also in Age of Ultron, but you never really was able to explore those ideas in that film, because there's so many characters, so much was going on. And that was one of the things, because in that movie, a lot of the critical points for Ultron was that, yeah, it was a really menacing villain, at least for me, but some of the things were that he was not explored in the way that the teasers and the trailers, and how dark he could have been, it was never explored in that way. Here, though, the whole episode is relegated for him. It's his ideas, his thoughts. You actually see that. You actually see that. He's just not stopping. And his reason is that, like, yeah, I gotta destroy everything. Like, everywhere, it's chaos. In a way, today's world, it kind of is true. But again, it's wrong. But kind of like, okay, yeah, if a freaking AI gets all this power, he'll basically scan everything and be like, yeah, I need to destroy everything. He literally destroys Asgard, everything. He literally destroys a freaking, I don't know what it was, a galaxy, like just bites it, actually eats the damn thing. Oh my god. When I was watching this episode, I could not take it in. I wanted to smile, I wanted to laugh, I wanted to shout out loud, but I couldn't do any of it, because scene after scene after scene, you just see him go boom. It was that crazy, and it was awesome to see. The Watcher finally actually gets involved. He basically has to. So Ultron is at the point where he is so powerful. He's so powerful that he actually starts hearing the Watcher, because the Watcher is basically in the background. He's always talking. He's always saying what's actually happened to the audience, and it was a perfect way where we saw in another episode with Strange, where he's the only person left in that bubble at the end in his verse. Ultron sensed him and he actually searches for him. And he eventually finds him. And then you get this awesome battle through multiverses. They are crashing through verses. And I was like, geez, how powerful is the Watcher? Yeah, Ultron is really powerful. How powerful is the Watcher? Geez, like, he finally gets involved. But then you see how powerful Ultron is, that he's actually able to stop freaking the Watcher of all multiverses, and Ultron literally by the end of the episode actually takes over uh, the that place where the Watcher is, where he's basically observing all the verses. I think they call it the observatory, something like that. So it was insane. And throughout also this, you all also have slow moments where Black Widow and Hawkeye are on their own mission. They're the only ones left basically on Earth, and they're trying to find a way to have this virus, you know, to get a virus that is not in a way digital, that it's outside that world where Ultron exists, and then they make use of Zola. So Zola comes into this episode in a very smart way, and it doesn't work, and they're able to get a virus, but then they figure out, oh wait, the actual Ultron is actually out of here. He's not, because yeah, he's freaking trying to beat Watcher and destroy everything that exists. And by the end of the episode, you actually see Watcher literally going to the Doctor Strange multiverse, and the episodes are starting to connect now. Man, I was like, wow, they actually went there. It was not like, before we were thinking all the episodes are separate and they're going to be on their own stories, and they're actually connecting them. And in that moment when he actually goes and he asks Doctor Strange for help, and there's this kind of a jokey moment because Doctor Strange is like, I need you to finally say that you need help, and Watcher's like, I don't want to do this, but I gotta do it, and like, I need help. He, as he always said, I'm not gonna get involved, but he has to, because this thing is just so powerful that he's literally destroying multiverses. And then, you know what, the other thing that this episode does is that it gives you an idea what the multiverse in the MCU is gonna be like. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be like just freakingly crack and chaos going around based on what we're seeing, with the Eternals and with the Spider-Man thing just opening up and the multiverse just literally going to full on action mode. You can see now what the Marvel people are really, really deciding on doing with the multiverse, and how they are planning to really approach this. And I'm all for it. This episode was the perfect, superhero episode with a good story to boot, and a villain that they actually, a lot of people say that he was not really given justice the way he was done. They finally make him relevant. They finally make the movie Age of Ultron actually relevant, because a lot of his ideas are actually expanded upon in this episode, and it's a perfect episode in that way, that it gives you everything you want. It has all the superhero action. It has a very good pace. It gives you an ending with a good cliffhanger where you're not like, man, you're frustrated. You're actually like, I'm extremely excited to see what comes next. So all in all, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. This was a perfect superhero episode, and a perfect story episode, and a perfect episode for actually expanding on what Ultron really is, and also what the MCU multiverse really means, and what can we expect from it in the future. So that's kind of my take on it. What did you all think about this? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like this reaction, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Wait a minute. Reaction, reviews. I am tired. There are a whole lot others. Please go have a watch. And yeah, other than that, take it easy. Take care, and I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta. AK out.